Parenting is one of the most vital building blocks in society. It is responsible for the morals, the customs, the cultures, the norms, and the behaviors that we see around us. A popular proverb says, "Bring up a child in the way that they should go, so that when they are old, they will not depart from it." With so many different perspectives and perceptions of parental duties and responsibilities, and so many lone parent households and grossly neglectful parents in Caribbean communities, how can we guarantee the quality with which children are raised? Let's delve into this vitally important and significant conversation.
The Jam Fam family. Jam fam, come hang with me, yeah.
Hello, Wagwan. Big up yourself, whether you're there yard or you're there abroad. Welcome back to another episode of Life with the Jam Fams. And in this one, we're going to be talking about parental duties and responsibilities, especially within the construct of Jamaica and the Caribbean. Children are always our future. However, what we deposit in their conscious and subconscious mind regarding core values, moralities, principles, accountabilities, responsibility, integrity, and compassion will be what they have to draw on as they develop into adulthood. Although it is the duty of every young adult to reparent themselves, eradicate toxic, negative, and destructive programming from the parenting that they receive and learned from their social cultures, it is still important that we are giving our children a core foundation and a level of security in their attachments and their development to help them to advance into becoming better adults. There are a few topics that's near and dear to me, and parenting is one of those, because parenting is a privilege. It's a profound duty and responsibility to raise children up in environments where they feel that we are genuinely caring for them, and where we understand that our expectations and the grace that we show them is consistent, and where they are able to make age-appropriate choices and understand the consequences of the choices that they make. Children usually measure our interest in them and in their well-being in terms of time. Children perceive care through consistency, the availability and the meaningful time that we spend rather than the quantity of time over the years. Children appreciate responsiveness, which is prompt and consistent response to their needs and to their cues. They value consistency and routine because this gives them a sense of security, stability, and feeling of belonging. Children also yearn predictability because they want to know that certain cues will result in predictable consequences or responses to help them to feel more secure and valued. Unfortunately, many children experience parent absenteeism, and this is when parents are absent from a child's life, which can be either through physical or emotional ways. And these are usually due to a list of reasons, some of which are things like divorce and separation, geographical distance, illnesses, death, and parental choice of lack of involvement in their children's life and welfare. Reparenting is vital, although it can be quite challenging. Nevertheless, it is crucial in the process of improving the quality of our parenting and how we see our duties and our responsibility to the children that we produce and that are actually depending on us. Reparenting is actually where we spend the time to decode our parenting that we had, see the things from it that we want to keep and the things that we want to release and not employ in our parenting strategies and approaches. This is actually paramount if we are determined to give our children a substantially greater legacy than that which we actually received. We had 2 comments recently, and they came at a point in time where we were having conversations with different people in our sphere about the duties and the responsibilities of parents and the failings of some parents in our Caribbean community, whether in the Caribbean region at home or in the diaspora. So many of these parents have, continue to, and will in the future fail their children, and it is remarkable that we haven't stopped to take accountability for the behaviors that we display when we decide that we're going to become parents. And the unfortunate thing is that many of these parents, when challenged, they display such weightless excuses and justification of their selfishness, their disregard for their duty and their responsibility, and thus their downright worthlessness and lack of accountability. However, these two comments that we received were just so reassuring, because it reminds us that there are parents who are daily making sacrifices for their children, or adults who are making the choice to reparent themselves so that they can be successful parents to the children that they are producing, so that they can leave a different legacy to the offsprings that's coming after them. Because too often we criticize our parenting that we received either directly from our biological parents, or from the group, that extended family that parent us, or from the society itself, and we criticize them, and yet we repeat the same practices that they've done. So what was the point of criticizing? Because when we criticize, we're meant to learn from those things that we criticized, that we see as wrong, or that we see as not progressive or not productive, and then change our approach as a result of that criticism. But so often we find that parents, when they become parents, they criticize what their parents did, and they repeat the very same thing. So if it had that profound impact and effect on you in a negative way, why are you repeating that process to the children that are your offsprings? That just simply makes absolute nonsense. It's just insanity. If we're going to see that they failed to parent us, and then we use those same techniques. But it does take work, it takes time, and it takes effort to reparent ourselves, to see the things that don't work. And sometimes it's just so easy to fall back into that trap that we have to constantly, consciously see the things that didn't work, and then make sure that we're not doing them. Because oftentimes we say, and many people say this, and they say to give themselves a sense of peace, because they can't go back and change the past, and they want to make peace with it so they can move forward, and in some ways to extend their parents some grace. Oftentimes they say that their parents did the best that they could with what they have. But genuinely and sincerely, are people saying that because they genuinely believe that, or is it just for their own peace of mind, so that they can successfully forgive, give their parents grace, and then move forwards? Let us know what you think about that in the comment section below. There are a few families that we know who have made the effort to move from wherever they were, whether it was in America or in the UK or in Canada. And there are a few families that I know personally that are here on the island who have made the choice and the decision to make the sacrifice to move to Jamaica for either their well-being, so that they can be better parents to their children, or for their children's well-being, so that they can develop and grow better. For example, there is one family who has a lot of boys, and they've made the decision to move out of London because they see the things that happens to children, especially boys, in London. And so they wanted to make sure that they were giving their children a better opportunity to grow up as children and to be able to thrive and be successful adults. There is another who was living in a part of the UK that didn't quite represent them per se, and the children were finding it a little bit difficult, and so they moved and brought their children to Jamaica so that they can grow and live. Of course, they could have moved to other parts of those countries, but they made the sacrifice, because part of parenting is sacrificing, because you want to make sure that you are doing whatever is necessary in your power to give your children the best that they possibly can for their development. This parent and her comment that she gave, she was explaining clearly the sacrifice she made in the lockdown, because she saw the benefit it was given to her child, and so she made that sacrifice to keep her at home and school her, educate her, give her that sense of belonging and that sense of security, and empowering her in a way that she knew as a parent that she was able to. And then there was another comment that was given, and that person was showing how they ensured that they made the effort to go back and educate themselves. She was talking about being brought up by an illiterate parent, and then the fact that that also had impact on her level of literacy. And later on, as a young adult, she went and took on the initiative to reparent herself and re-educate herself, so that now she can be a thriving, successful member of society. And these are constant reminders to us that people are out there actively ensuring that they are doing what it is that is required of them to be successful adults, and to be effective parents for the generations that's coming after them. The fact of the matter is that children deserve the best care, and parents all need to rise to the responsibility, or simply delay childbearing until they are at that stage of maturity and have the resources enough that they can give their children what their children truly deserve and what they actually need to thrive and become successful adults. We don't need to have governments and other parties and other agencies and groups to tell us how to parent our children. We need to be able to consciously research, reevaluate, reflect, and make decisions that are going to be tangibly beneficial to our children, because at the end of the day, we were brought up, we see the impact and the effect of those things on our lives, and we need to make the difference for our children that's coming after us. What do you think? Let us know in the comment section below. We would appreciate hearing your views and your ideas on this topic that we're having a discussion around today. The most amazing thing happened today. We went to view our first property. Yes, I may tell you the exact script where Eliona tell me. Said it, Sefi say. And guess who was behind the camera? And you have to see her mouth open up when she says me actually listen to our script. Okay? See her there. Uh-huh. So, see her there. Yeah, man. Yeah. See her there. Hey, yes, she shocked when she hear me. I say what she say. Because she tell me, I don't know if me say all right, or enough. Okay. So you said, oh, what me do? What me do? I thought you told me the script and then I need to use the script.
You said that you were going to say something with me, so then I just did that just for fun, because that's not really how I hear them say it on YouTube.
Okay.
So I said that to the Shakai. She gave me script.
Yep.
They
So,
have copyright on the thing.
okay.
But I try paying the rights.
I will make sure to.
I want 3 million Jamaican dollars.
Uh-huh. That sounds good. Yeah, man. As I go, people need to learn their rights. And this is where we at. And over in the distance, I passed and I saw that house and I was like, wow, it looked good. And guess what? I don't know if it's a one family home or if it's some apartment. And they're also building what looks like a tree house. I could see the base. You might be able to see it over there as well. It's going to look lovely. This is a nice little neighborhood that we came into today. So we'll see how it goes. You might have seen the video already that we went to video and post. I really don't like to record in the market and the supermarket, because once some people see your camera out, them just get them knickers in a twist. Say them depon here, yeah, video them. So I try to avoid it, but I went out, went to the market, went to the supermarket just for a little bit of a top up. In total, I think I spent about about almost 20,000 for the things that I wanted to get, and I'm going to show you some of what I got. So there is an egg scarcity at the moment, so I managed to get myself 1 dozen. Normally I would buy more, and I wanted a bit more, but that's what I got. So this is just some snack stuff. What I really want to show you is the things I got in the market, because I want to just explain how the price of things have escalated. So this was 700. 2 sweet pepper. These, which is 2 separate ties of scallion and thyme, for 600. I decided I'm going to buy 1 plantain, 300, but I know Eliona like it, so and so do I, and so I decided I'll just buy 1, so she can have some plantain. And then I bought those. Can't remember how much that was now. I have some ginger already, so I got some turmeric and a head of garlic. And this was 400. Yep, 3 tomatoes. And the same here. And these were just my nuts that's finished, and I decided to get my top up, so I went and bought some of them. So it's the nuts blend that I've shown you before, and it was finished, so I decided I'm going to buy some more so I can make another blend. And of course I bought some cashew and some peanut as well to go with it until I sort out the mixed nuts. I think this was 300. I think so, if I remember well. It was 300. These two, one each pile for 300. So altogether, in the market, for the things that's on here, that's all I got in the market. The things you see in front of you here, and that came up to a total of 2,950. Yep, that's it. Nothing else. But make sure I keep them in the same bag so that they're not mixed with nothing else when I get in at the supermarket. But they weren't, the supermarket not have much stuff right now either, so the market knows say things are going for them. And then I got a few little top-up things in the supermarket. Some snacks and a chicken and some chicken strips and nuggets for Eliona. And then that's pretty much it, really. I got these callaloo as well. Each bag was for 300. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. The supermarket didn't have any of the string bean or the carrots, or so they didn't have string bean, they didn't have carrot, they didn't have okra, so they only had lettuce and cabbage and these. So that's it. I thought I'd just get callaloo because we had lettuce last time. It's starting to get a little bit colder. Usually by this time of the year it's extremely cold. I came out and the wind picked up just a little bit just now, and you can just feel the cool breeze up in the hills. Usually by now we need to be considering how we're sleeping at night to build up our own sense of warmth. But it's over a month now since we've had the hurricane, and I've not made my herbal blend since, and my body is starting to tell me I'm starting to feel a little bit sluggish, and in comparison to when I'm actually using and consuming it. And so I know that I need to come out and get a few and get it going, and I've been procrastinating around it. So today I'm actually going to come and get it done. So I'm going to go get a couple of the leaves and that are present in my little backyard and put it together so I can start my brewing again and get it going, because my body needs it. So that's the mission right now. I'm going to go see how I can collect a few of them and get my brew going. One thing leads to another. I came out to get the leaves and I came by to get some ackee leaf, and look, there are some clusters of ackees on the tree still. I'm coming up, there's a few over there as well, and there are a few closer to the house too. And if you notice this one, there's some on it, and there were some lower lying ones, and I picked those because they were open, and there's a few here already as well. So I'm going to pick those and have them for my dinner with some salt mackerel. So I go. You know where your food is sourced, you know what goes into making it, and it's natural, and you get to control what it does to your body, or you get to decide what you're putting in your body because you know what it does to your body. So my exploration around the tree got me these. I got about 10 pods, and then by the time I picked them and cleaned them, this is what I have. So with my salt mackerel, that's about a tin, a small tin, so it should be able to get me a meal with my salt mackerel.
The Jam family. Where I living the good life. We're royal, cruising through the West Indies, having fun, enjoying the good life. Jam Fam family, the Jam Fam family, yeah. The Jam Fam family. We're Irie, living the good life. We're royal, cruising through the West Indies, having fun, enjoying the good life. Jam Fam family, the Jam Fam family, yeah. Jam Fam, come hang with me.
I want to thank those two people for their comment that have led to this wonderful conversation here and bringing this to the attention of others. Thank you so much for staying with us here on this another episode of Life with the Jam Fams. Bye for now. Do take care, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one. Walk good.